Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ollie. So the other day I was talking with my friend about something that I did as a child and she was like, oh my gosh, I did that too. And I'm like, did we all have the same childhood or something? Because we all seem to did the exact same things. It got me thinking. I wrote down a list of just a generalised thing of a childhood that I did, and I want to know if you guys did them too. Just as a little bit of a social experiment. Without further ado, I'm going to get on with my list and let's just get on with the video. So, number one is, I remember always being in the car, looking out the window and having a little stick man or a little figure run alongside him. We'd have to jump on the cars or swing around the street lights and have to keep up with the car. It was like a little game and I mean, he did really well, that little man. He was very athletic. Anyone else do that? Number two, and I know a lot of people did this, but I want to see how many. So you'd be downstairs, coming up to bed, and you'd be the last one downstairs and you'd turn the light off and literally run like your life depended on it to get away from a monster chasing you up the stairs, and then you jump into bed and hide under the covers and you'd be like, oh,
didn't get me.
Do you know what I mean? Did anyone else do that? Because I did. This is another one actually, which I remember doing a lot in primary school, and I used to love, and I mean love, sleeping but at the end of the bed. So obviously your headboard's here, your bed's here, and your head goes here. Well, I used to like to put my head here, and I don't know why, but I remember always asking my mum, and she'd be like, you can do it on the weekend, and I don't know what the logic in that was, but I used to do it, and I used to love it. I used to feel so exciting and adventurous. I was like, whoa, crazy. But obviously it wasn't that crazy, it was sleeping at the end of the bed. But I used to love doing it, and I've never heard anyone else say this, and I want to know the psychology as to why. Another sleeping one is I remember waking up from dreams that were amazing, excellent, 5-star Steven Spielberg directed dreams, okay? They were phenomenal dreams I'd wake up from and then be like, I need to go back to sleep to finish my dream. I remember one time I was having a dream that I was with Peter Pan in Neverland, and I woke up for school one morning and I was like, no, I can't go to school, I need to go back to sleep, I need to go back to Neverland. Obviously my mum was like, you're going to school, you're not dreaming. So, if anyone else do that, you'd like to force your brain back to sleep to dream. Number 5, okay, talking to your teacher about their life to skip lesson time. I'm like, so miss, how was your weekend? Or, hey miss, do you have any dogs? Or, I mean, things like that. And then they'd go on rambles of their life and I'd just be like, yeah, no way, no way. And then before we know it, the lesson's over and I'm like, peace. I mean, that could be why I didn't get very good grades. I had a great time. Number 6, I still do this now and I don't know why. When I was a child, it was shops like Toys R Us, HMV, things like that. And they'd always have big racks of posters that you could just flip through and you'd like dun, dun, dun. Do you know what I mean? I used to go one by one. And I used to always stand there and go through every one. I mean, to be fair, I have bought 3 from them one. I had a Walking Dead one. I think it was a One Direction one, to be honest. Even now, I love looking through those posters. I think it's just the movement of it's so satisfying. But did anyone else used to do that? And did you ever buy any? Let me know down below if you ever bought any. Number 7, now I know you have done this one, and if you haven't, actually I remember talking to one person once and they hadn't done this one, and I was like, what? So this one is PVA glue, just glue, and then you put it on your hand, all over your hand, you sit there, can't do any work in class because you're letting the glue dry, and then you just sit there the rest of the class and peel it off. And it's the most satisfying thing in the world, in the world. Number 8, watching a TV show or a movie and thinking it was your life. And I know a lot of people did this with H2O, just add water, because I see that all the time on TikTok, that everyone used to do it. And you'd walk around and you'd be like,
can't wash the dishes.
I mean, you'd run away dramatically or something like that. Or it would rain and I'd be like,
can't go outside today, it's raining.
And it's like, what? I mean, H2O was a big one, and then Wizards of Waverly Place, I remember thinking about my life too. Did anyone else do that? I don't know. When I was in the shower, I used to either turn it dead, step by step to freezing or step by step to boiling, and I challenged myself to see how far I could go either way. Back then, it was horrible, but I was like, wow, I'm so undefeatable, I can do a cold shower. I actually don't know anyone else who did this, but I remember me and my brother used to do it. So when we used to go to the dentist, I remember always drinking a glass of milk, because I used to think the white milk would coat my teeth white, so I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have such good teeth out the dentist, blah, blah, blah. And we'd brush our teeth. We used to brush our teeth regularly. But even at the dentist, I'd always try and drink a glass of milk beforehand, because I think it's gonna coat them just so white and clean. That's not true, and it doesn't work like that. But back when I was a child, I was thinking I was walking around with veneers or something, and I was like, yeah, hi, Hollywood smile. This next one, I remember doing all of High School Musical 2. When I had my first rubbish little phone, and I think it was in year 6, I had my first rubbish phone, because it was when I started playing out and stuff, so. Now, I remember going on video and recording all of High School Musical 2, but just for songs, and I could have them, and I could play them as music, and I'm like, wow, look at me and my high quality sound system, but it would literally just be me recording for TV. Oh my gosh, so this next one actually applies to two things. So one, if you ever had Sky, we've always had Sky, so on Sky, I think if you press the red button, it will take you to like these games. And I remember if I ever pressed that, I'd like press the home button so quick, I always thought you had to pay for those, like to go on that thing. And I was like, oh, if I get a bill, I am gonna get very told off. But then as well, on the phone, there used to be like an internet button on phones. And I remember if I ever pressed that one, I'd literally be like, no, like literally as fast as I could press like the decline button to come back off it, because I was like, that's gonna cost. So I used to think it would cost like £1 million, but I think it was literally like 50p. So anyone else remember doing that? Like ever used to have that fear of God in them, like you're gonna like get a bill of £1,000 for going on the internet on your phone. Okay, and then the final one is I used to stare at like the light switch or a door handle for ages. And I remember doing it for ages, not like hours, but like 40 minutes sometimes if I gave a good go at it. And I would stare like for so long, because I was trying, in my head, I was trying to be like, turn the light off, open the door handle, close the wardrobe. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. And I'm like, I know I've got powers. That is my list, my generalized list. If you guys enjoyed that, let me know, because I want to do like a things we all did in school, things we all did in exams, things we all did at sleepovers. You know what I mean? Like, because I felt we all have the same childhood, and I'd love to see how much we actually all did. So if you enjoyed the video, hit a like button. And if you relate to any of them, or if you can think of any, comment them down below. I'd love to see what you guys think. And make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more from me, and I will see you next Sunday with another video. Thank you.